upset because my son didn't talk to me but talked to my wife. It started on a Tuesday. I called Noah downstairs for dinner 3 times. No answer. I went up and knocked. He said he'd be down in a few minutes. 20 minutes later, still nothing. The food was getting cold, so I knocked again and walked in. His eyes were red and puffy. He'd been crying. I asked what was wrong. He just shook his head and stared at his desk. I stood there feeling awkward. I'm not good with tears. Never have been. So I went back downstairs. I told Janet about it because I didn't know what to do. She went up immediately. She's always been better at this stuff. She was up there for 45 minutes. When she came down, she had his empty plate. I asked her what happened. She said it wasn't anything important and told me to drop it. Those words stung. Not anything important. Like I didn't need to know. I didn't yell because I was too hurt. For 3 days, I kept my distance from both of them. I made my own coffee instead of pouring Janet a cup like usual. Noah barely looked at me during meals. Janet kept giving me concerned looks, but I wasn't ready to talk. On Friday, Janet's boss called with an emergency. She'd be gone overnight. That evening, Noah microwaved himself a burrito and took it upstairs without a word. I sat in the living room thinking about how I'd lost my son somehow and didn't even know when it happened. Around 9, I went upstairs to grab my phone charger. I had to pass Noah's room. His door was cracked open. He was sitting at his desk, writing something by hand in a spiral notebook. Actually writing with a pen. I couldn't remember the last time I'd seen him do that. It seemed important, the way he was hunched over it. An hour later, I was still thinking about it. The house felt too quiet. I missed when Noah was little and would fall asleep next to me during movies. I went back upstairs to check if he was still awake. His light was off. I could hear him breathing, steady and deep, asleep. His door was still cracked. I saw the notebook on his desk, still open. I shouldn't have read it, but I was desperate to understand why my son felt like a stranger. I picked it up carefully. The page said, "Had a panic attack during gym class today. Hid in the bathroom until it passed. Didn't tell Dad because he'd probably say I was being dramatic. Told Mom after school. She hugged me and said we'd figure it out together." My hands started shaking. I flipped back. There were dozens of entries like that. Things that happened. Feelings he had. Always ending with "didn't tell Dad." Then I found one from 7 years ago in messier handwriting. "My hamster patches died today. I was crying in the garage before school. Dad said I needed to stop crying about stuff that doesn't matter because we were running late. He said big boys don't cry over things like that. I felt so stupid. I don't want to feel stupid again. So from now on, I'm only going to cry about things that actually matter. But I don't know what actually matters anymore." I sat on his bed hard. I remembered that morning. We were late for his dentist appointment. I'd been stressed about work, about traffic. He'd been sobbing over his hamster. I'd snapped at him. I'd bought him a new hamster the next week and thought that fixed everything. I'd forgotten about it completely. He'd been carrying it for 7 years. Noah stirred. His eyes opened. He saw me holding his notebook. His face went horrified. He sat up fast. "Dad, that's private. Give it back." I should have apologized and left, but I was frozen. I asked him if what he wrote was true. His jaw clenched. He pulled his knees to his chest. "Yeah, it's true. Why do you think I don't talk to you anymore?" I told him I didn't remember saying that about his hamster. He laughed, but it sounded broken. "Of course you don't remember. You said it and moved on, but I remember everything. Every time you told me to toughen up. Every time you said something wasn't a big deal. So I stopped bothering you. I started going to Mom for everything because at least she doesn't make me feel like my problems are annoying." I asked him what happened on Tuesday. He was quiet for a long time. "Kids at school have been messing with me, shoving me into lockers, calling me names. It's been going on for weeks. I wanted to tell you, but I was scared you'd say boys will be boys or just ignore them. So I told Mom. She believed me. Something broke in my chest. That I'd been a terrible father without realizing it. That he was the most important person in my world." He started crying. Real deep sobs. The kind he'd been holding back for years. I hugged him and he actually let me. He cried into my shoulder for a long time. We talked until midnight. He told me everything. About feeling anxious. About the bullying. About a girl he liked. I just listened. Didn't try to fix it or dismiss it. Just listened like I should have all along. Things are better now.